This is a CBS News Detroit update.
Good morning, I'm Chris Ledeen. Here's a look at some of the top stories we're following on this Tuesday morning.
Furnace is out, my water tank is out, my washer and dryer's got wasted.
This morning, there is some relief. The city of Detroit will pay for uninsured damage related to Monday's massive water main break and flooding in southwest Detroit. More than 70 people, including 22 children, had to be rescued from the floodwaters. This morning, work continues to repair the problem. The Oakland County Sheriff's Department is taking donations for the 3 children found abandoned and living in filthy conditions in Pontiac. Police say a 15-year-old boy, a 13-year-old girl, and a 12-year-old girl have apparently been living alone for several years. The situation was discovered when the landlord had police do a welfare check. The children's mother was arrested after being found living at a different location.
We just landed. Our plane crashed. It's upside down.
Aviation officials calling it a miracle, confirming this morning that all 80 people survived after the Delta plane they were on flipped upside down during a landing in Toronto. Passengers say the plane was skidding on its side, then lost a wing and flipped over Monday afternoon. It appears strong winds led to the crash, but the investigation is ongoing. A 23-year-old man from New Haven is accused of stealing mail in Livonia. This is body camera video of his arrest. Police found the man hiding in a dumpster. Investigators say mail was stolen from several homes late last month. And hoping for the best, preparing for the worst. The Detroit Local Emergency Planning Committee is holding a meeting today, and it is open to the public. The committee is a public-private partnership that focuses largely on any risk from hazardous materials. Detroit extending access to warming centers through 9 o'clock Friday morning. This includes Detroit Rescue Mission Ministries and the Pope Francis Center. Detroit recreation centers and libraries can also be used as a warming center during normal business hours. You can find more information on cbsdetroit.com. Now let's check in with Troy for our next weather forecast, and it is cold out there, Troy.
Absolutely, Chris. We do have a cold weather advisory that goes through 9 o'clock this morning for all counties except for Lenawee and Monroe. That just means we have those strong wind chills between 10 and 20 degrees below zero. The actual high temperature today only going to 17, even though we'll start with clear skies and lots of sun. We'll see more clouds building as the day goes on. Can't rule out a late day snow flurry or two, and then tomorrow mostly dry, but a flurry or two. Then we track some changes tomorrow night. Wednesday night into early Thursday, tracking a bit of a shift in the wind coming in more out of the north, and that's going to bring in a little bit of lake effect snow. It's not going to add up to much, just some light lake effect snow into the early morning hours on Thursday and part of the day into the afternoon on Thursday before it's all over with. So the big story in the coming days really will be those temperatures. We're going to be warming only into the teens this afternoon, but again, feeling like the single digits or lower as the wind continues to kick up out of the west and the northwest. Highs today only looking like this: 14 in Pontiac, 16 in Lapeer, 16 in Ann Arbor, 17 for Mount Clemens, Port Huron, and Detroit. Adrian today only warming to a high of 15 degrees. Early morning temperatures tomorrow, once again for most of us the single digits, but feeling much colder than that, having wind chills close to 5 degrees to 10 degrees below zero. The next 7 days will gradually show a warm up, going to 19 on Wednesday, then 23 on Thursday. By Friday, a high of 28. And look at that, Chris, by the end of the period here on Monday, a high close to 40. We'll take that. Back to you.
Already looking forward to that. Thanks, Troy. That's a look at your headlines. We'll be back later covering stories that matter to you on air and streaming on the CBS News app and Pluto TV.